Hello guys, welcome back to the shop. They were going to try to turn a bowl, a lidded bowl, end grain. Want to use this piece of maple. It's about 8 inches in diameter, about 3 inches thick. It's not real thick, but I'm going to turn. We'll make a bowl out of it. Just turn the end grain. Leave the bark, leave a live edge. And then make a lid and a fennel for it. Hoping that bark don't come off. There's a couple pieces that's already come off there, but maybe, I don't know, it's kind of brittle. I may end up taking most of the brittle pieces off. So I don't want to take time and glue them all on there where they'll stay. Just the ones that'll come off. Of course, all the mossy stuff, I'll sand all that off before I put a finish on it. But yeah, it's going to be different for me. I haven't done much end grain turning, but how else do you learn to do it than just do it? So that's what I'm going to try. We'll see what happens. But that'll be the bowl. This is a piece of maple, and want to use a piece of walnut. Piece that I had cut off to make the lid. Then I kind of got it roughed out, cut the corners and everything, whatever. But that'll be the lid for it. And then I'll make a fennel. Got a piece of hemlock. I'm gonna make a piece of hemlock, or a fennel out of this piece of hemlock. It's not gonna be that tall, but we'll just a knob to get the lid off and on. But we'll see how it turns out. Like I say, the end grain's gonna be kind of new for me, since I haven't done much end grain turning. But I got my chisels all sharpened up. I may have to go use carbide, I don't know. So we'll see when we get there. But before we get started, got a new sticker. Well, anyway, it's AGK Woodworks. Don't have a return address, but I think he's in the UK. I have to look back on his videos and see. But anyway, AGK Woodworks, go check him out. Does some really cool stuff. Good wood turning. Be sure to go check him out. I get him on. Actually, I just put one on the board. He sent me 4, and I put one on the board. Of course, you can't see the board. It's behind me, but it's right there. But be sure to go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. He does some really good stuff, and we'll get you one. We'll get you one back in the mail. Just got to get your return address. But I'll hit you up through the social media network. So let me get this mounted up and get my mask and everything on, and we'll get started on this. Okay, got it mounted up. I'm going to flatten off the bottom, get a tennon. You can get it turned around. Like I said, I'm going to try to leave the bark, so I'm not going to do any. I might round the edge, but I don't know. We'll see. This is a kind of a new one for me. I'm using my carbide to get the tennon off there. And I started turning about. Let's see. Got some vibration. The camera's vibrating. About 480 RPM. Thanks, Noah. Pretty tough. Of course, I got my tool rest too high. I did notice that. But anyway, I'll get that flattened off, get a tenon on it, and then we'll get it turned around. Okay, we got it all around smooth. Got the tenon in there. I was going to do a recess, but I said no, I want to do a tenon. I personally trust the tenon more, but that's just my opinion. I just feel safer with a tenon than I do a recess. So we'll get it excuse me, we'll get it turned around there, put it on the jaws, start the process. All right, got it flipped around. Go ahead and drill out the center. I did remember to mark my bit this time, so that way I'll know how far to go. So get that center drilled out. Okay. That's the easy part. Now to turn that end grain. Like I said, I haven't done much of it, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. But I've got to do it to learn how, so I'm going to give it a shot. And I just sharpened my bowl gouge again, so we'll hopefully cut away. edge about as far as I want to go there. It gives me a good, about a 3/8 wall. So I'm gonna keep turning this out. That's I think it's very hot. Of course, my chisel's not really that hot, but it's hot on your hand. I should have put on a glove, but anyway, I'm gonna finish turning this out, and then we'll come back when I about get it done there. All right, got most of it done there. Now I know why I don't really do end grain. That is very hard, but I need to go ahead and smooth it up a little, smooth up the walls on the inside, and then flatten out this edge of here. So we'll get that done and be ready to start on the lid. Did pick up the speed though. I'm now at about 780 RPMs on the speed. And the tenon broke. All right, well, now we got a hole in the bolt. All right, we'll be right back. We'll fix that. All right, got it finished up. I forgot to hit record on the camera when I put the tenon back in, but what I did, take it off. I'll show you. So yeah, you can see where it broke it out all the way through there. So what I did, I glued it back in. Of course that'll sand out of there, no problem. And I finished that. Got a lip on it there for the lid to sit over. I'm gonna put a recess inside the lid. But yeah, my tenon, because you can see I glued it back in there. I think the reason it broke out on me though is because, well, the bottom, I forgot the bottom's about a 1/4 inch thick, but where I put that recess in there, got it down, it's only about an 1/8 inch thick. And I got a catch with my carbide as I was coming back out with, I got a catch on it, it broke it off. But anyway, it happens. But it matched back up perfect. Went back in there, like I say, I glued it. I'll sand all that out. Of course, we'll cut that tenon off. But there's the bowl. Ended up, it's a little over 2 inches deep. And still, still the same diameter, 8 inches. But we'll get I'll do all the sanding all at the same time on everything. Actually, no, I won't either. I'll put this back on there and go ahead and sand the inside. And then I won't bore you through all the sanding, but I'll start about 80 grit, working my way up to 400. Then I'll go ahead and flip it over, get this tenon off, sand the bottom. I'll probably use just a flex wheel to sand all this. And then we'll move on to the lid. All right, I got the the blank mounted up here for the lid. So we'll get to turn it. This is going to be the bottom. Well, actually, I'm just going to turn in between centers because I'm going to be drilling out the center a little bit to put the pedestal in. So then we'll get it rounded up. got a mark for my bull. So we'll get that marked and come back and we'll round it off. Okay, so I got my mark, went ahead and cut my recess for it to fit on my bowl. And I'll just take out some of this here in the middle and round off the edge and then spin it around to the top. Go ahead and I'll get that cut off and then we'll come back. All right, that's about the inside of it. Of course, this will be coming off at the end. Turn around and get the top. Okay, got it turned around. Started on this, but I got to take slow cuts because this is pretty flimsy. Barely holding on in the middle there, but we'll kind of get the top on it there. I want it kind of flat, but I am going to round this edge a little bit. that looks good. It's gonna fit perfect. Actually, you take out you take out a little right in there. It's got a little high spot. Oh yeah, feels a lot better. All right, so I'll get this sanded up. Start with about 80, work my way up to about 400. I'll get it sanded, then we'll start on the fennel. But I'll sand this and go ahead and drill the hole, and then we'll get the fennel mounted up here and get it turned. But I'll get that off and sanded, get this off and sanded, and we'll be ready for the fennel. Okay, got the lid all done. Now we'll start to try to make some kind of fennel to go on top of that lid. All right. We'll get that sanded up. We have to do some more on this end here to get it to go into the hole of the drill, so we'll get that sanded up right quick. All right, guys, got the fennel done. Went ahead and got it glued in there. I tried some different stain on this to see what I like, but I do like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the whole thing with that. It's a golden oak shellac, so leaves a good finish. Brings out all the colors in this wood. So I'll probably put this on there. I'll let it dry. Then I'll come back and put some polish and paste on it after this dries, and I think it'll shine up really, really nice. But that really brings out the colors in that walnut. Don't know how it's going to do on that maple. It's going to make it darker, I know, but that's okay. I want the darker look. I don't really want the white bowl. So, but we'll get this on there and bring out the colors in this thing. So I just put it on there. I swap off the excess. Yes, nice color. I glued that fennel, I keep calling it fennel. I glued that on, but also put a tiny screw in the bottom of it, up through it, because it's so long. I wanted a longer one on it, so I got that. Put this on there. We'll see what it's going to look like on here. There's the bowl before put anything on it. Turned out really well. Like I say, there's that live edge on there. But let me get all the stain on it, and then we'll come back and see what color it turns out. It's going to be dark. All right, so there we have it. It did darken it up. I knew it would. That's what I wanted. But anyway, that's how you turn a white maple bowl into an oak. But there it is. I like it. Turned out really well. Like I say, the end grain, I haven't done hardly much of it. A little tough, but I'll just keep practicing, keep doing it. Fennel is a little long. That's okay. But turned out really good. That walnut's really beautiful wood. It's just pretty altogether. And then there's the bowl. Got the bottom, got the tenon all off. Remember, the tenon broke out on us, but it's all back in there. It's good, solid. Done really good. Does have one crack in it up through here, but that's fine. I love the cracks, the holes, the rustic look. I like it. So yeah, like I say, I'll let this dry completely. It's only been on here for about 20 minutes, but I'm gonna let it dry all the way. I'll rough it up, then I'll actually put some wax on it, give it more of a shine. But yeah, white maple, black walnut lid, and hemlock spindle on it. So I got a big mess to clean up. Got shavings everywhere. Actually, dust from doing this end grain. But I'll do more of them. But the live edge maple lidded bowl magically turns to oak. That's what we'll call it. The maple bowl turned to oak. It's a Halloween magic trick. So there's your trick for Halloween. Turn a maple into an oak. All right, guys, I hope you liked the video. I know it's a little longer. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. I do a video about once a week. I've done a few videos this week because I've been, had days off from work. So consider subscribing. That really helps if you want to. Those that have, thank you very much. Remember to check out AGK Woodworks. Go check him out. That's great stuff. Like I say, I think he's in the UK. He didn't have a return address. I can't remember. I'll have to pull his video up here in a minute and check out his video and see where he's from. I forget. Got so many that I'm subscribed to that I watch. So anyway, if you like to do a sticker swap, let me know. I'm on Instagram. Comment through Facebook or through YouTube. That's fine. Or like I say, the Instagram. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.